keeping noise going through this microphone because last week YouTube cut me off because they said they detected copyrighted material, and that was not really possible. So I figured if I just put noise in it that's not copyrighted, that's what they'll hear rather than their imaginary copyrighted material. So we're going to get going in a couple minutes here. What's the word? Liberating to be on here on my own channel and being able to say whatever I want to say, talk about whatever I want to talk about in this strange world of yoga that we're in right now. You know, actually, it's kind of weird because when I thought that yoga teaching couldn't get any more horrific, it has, thanks to coronavirus. Because now it seems like everybody who did a yoga teacher training like 3 years ago and has lost their barista job has decided, oh yeah, I think I'll go online and stream some yoga. But you know, what are you going to do about that? What you're going to have to do is you have to dig through the crap to find the good. But anyway, we're in there now, so I wanted to share something with you guys because I think it's pretty freaking entertaining. We were talking about how much yoga has changed, but I want to talk now not only about that, but how the type of person that's drawn to yoga because of their first impressions has obviously changed. So this is where I started my yoga career as an adult. Now, obviously, this, and actually it's kind of strange because this guy was a direct disciple of the guru whose books my mom had, okay? So you're new to yoga, right? You don't know what's going on. You get this book, you open it up, and you see a not particularly buff Indian guy in a Speedo. And the chapters you get into are talking about man, his three bodies and their functions, which I've talked about in class before. And then you get into the first pictures of this yoga cleansing of the physical body, okay? So the very first pictures you see in this book, he is, I guess he's cleaning his stomach out by swallowing God here and then pulling him back out. This is my favorite, though, I have to say. He's flossing his sinuses, okay? And then you get into the postures, and the guys, you know, Vishnu Devanati is ridiculously flexible, of course. And then you get into this type of stuff, you know, the real yoga cleansing techniques and whatnot. So think about that. You're thinking about, okay, yeah, yoga sounds kind of cool, and you pick this up. Now, the kind of person that says, okay, I'm going to follow through with that is not the same as the kind of person that gets exposed to what they get exposed to today in our modern world. Okay? So now you're, you know, saying, okay, I want to go find out what yoga is all about. And you go onto YouTube, and this is what you see. Can you see that? Buff girl, stress relief, another nice looking girl. That one's 20 minutes long, this one's 23 minutes long, 10-minute stretch. And so now the kind of person who gets attracted to this is not going to be the same kind of person that would be attracted to flossing their sinuses. Or you could end up even with something like this, which is, you know, what are we going to say about this one? Okay, so there you go. This is just to make the point of how yoga has become a way to appeal to the masses. Okay, all right. So, all good? We're ready to go. Okay, here's the thing. We're going to do an old school vinyasa flow type of thing. The old school vinyasa flow was much more Ashtanga, sort of based in Ashtanga, because vinyasa flow came from Ashtanga yoga. Power yoga, a lot of those, they came from sort of mutations between Ashtanga and maybe Iyengar or Hatha yoga, or even some Bikram. So it's more Ashtanga-esque. That being said, one of the things that I don't like about a lot of those styles of yoga is there's no warm up like we do, right? When I do my classes. So we're going to do a kind of a cheater quick warm up before we get into this. So we're going to start at the top and work down. So let's just take big circles with the neck, nice and easy. Good. Now make circles with the shoulders. You just keep doing that. I got to go get my wrist brace. Good. Other direction with that. Shoulder stuff. Whatever feels good to you. Just open, just getting it happening here, right? Because in Ashtanga yoga, they don't do this. Feel like the end of the freaking practice. Okay. Good. Take that. Maybe take them behind, nice and easy. Good. It just takes some twisting here. So now this is a chance. I always talk about levers or momentum, right, for the twist. So now we're got some momentum going here just by swinging. Take a little forward bend. Then we'll take the feet apart. Forward bend here. Good. We'll take a little horse stance here. Working the knees back. External hips, get the external rotation of the hips a little bit. Good. We'll come side to side here. So I'm hoping the audio sounds good. I'm going to check on that chat, make sure. So somewhere along the line, it seems like in our society, we decided to replace form for function. Good. Take a lunge here. We decided to replace substance with physical attractiveness, maybe. Lunging and folding. Good. We'll just flip it to the other side. And it's kind of like, we haven't really changed much. It's like a little baby laying in his crib, looking up at the bright, shiny objects on the mobile above his little crib. He's enchanted with all those little shiny stars and planets and fish or whatever up there. But of course, he doesn't know that those shiny objects were made in China, probably in a sweatshop. And that's kind of like what we look at as attractive. Okay, so come on out of that. Let's do a little quick back bending warm up. So just on your own, whatever's just going to help you get there. Okay, so I'm assuming your mat is facing me, so I'll be stepping sideways at times to face you for stuff, even though that isn't required, but I'll try and give you the directions and whatnot. Okay. Good. Let's warm the wrists up though for sure before we get into this, because that's pretty much kamikaze stuff going on there. So that's a thing. I mean, Ashtanga yoga was gnarly. Patani came up with all that for kids, for teenage boys. And so it came over here, and it caught on with people that had the athletic ability and the youth to be able to do that stuff. But it's hard in the joints. It wasn't this so hard on your heart or hard on your, it was definitely needed flexibility, but it was pretty gnarly on the joints. And so people began to tone it down, and that's where a lot of the early vinyasa flows and power yogas came from. Okay, so let's just come to a little down dog there. Play with that a bit. Sounds good. Yes, that's what I like. Okay, now normally okay, so go ahead and walk your feet up the front of your mat. And this is how it would start. Okay? Samstitihi. Imagine doing this when you haven't done any kind of warming up, right? Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Surya Namaskar, exhale and fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. And then we hold the down dog. So normally you would hold these for 5 breaths. I'm probably going to hold them for maybe 4. I don't know, maybe 5. I don't know. And this just gets into 5. We're not going to do 5 A's and 5 B's either. We're going to do 4, if I remember to count right. Working your Ujjayi breath. Breathing it out through the nose. Big exhale, you can bend the knees, look forward. I don't even know where that came from. Inhale, feet up to the hands, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, up we go. Samastitihi. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale and fold. Ardha. Chaturanga, dog and down dog. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling down dog. And you hold the down dog again. So you know the deal. Wrap the triceps down, stabilize the down dog. You have to understand that back in the day, because I did Ashtanga with Patabi and Manju back in the 70s, and it was all Mysore style. So nobody was dialoguing how you should be doing these postures. You just followed along as best as you could with somebody up in the front that knew the series, and they would go around and make adjustments. Exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, up we go. And Samastitihi. Big exhale. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Plank Chaturanga, dog and down dog. Holding the down dog. But people that like Ashtanga, they like the predictability and the regularity. They like that it's a series. Same thing with like the hot yoga people. They know what they're going to get. They know what to expect. They develop prowess through those particular months, so there's comfort in that.
Maybe they have a tribe or a group that they are part of that makes it that much more, satisfying. Good. Exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands. Hard at Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, up we go. And Samastiti. I'm going to do one more of those. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Chaturanga, dog down dog. Let me hold the down dog. Exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, up we go. And Samastiti. Sri Namaskar B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Plank Chaturanga, dog. Big exhale on the down dog. Inhale, the right foot steps. Warrior one. Exhale, takes it right back down to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Big exhale. Big inhale, left foot steps. Warrior one. Exhale, back down, go. Now, I will say doing these warms up your body for sure. It just doesn't necessarily warm up your twists or your forward bends or your back bends or your side body openers or any of that stuff before you get into it. And also, a lot of, in Ashtanga, there's a lot of variations that you go through that are that get left out of, vinyasa flow because they're so far beyond the average person. Exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, up we go. And Samastiti. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Ardha. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now, I have a personal feeling about jumping or floating up and back in this thing that we're doing here. Oh, sorry, inhale, step the right foot up. Warrior one. Yikes, bad on my foot. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, big exhale. Inhale, left foot steps, warrior one. And back down we go. So what I was so excited to talk about there, the space, was that when it comes to floating or jumping up and back, I kind of feel like if you're going to float from here up there, you should also be floating from Ardha back. Not just doing it. This is obviously the easier side, as you get to bend your knees and fly up there. But I feel like if you're going to do it, you should do it from both sides. That's just my opinion, right? And exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands. Ardha. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana.
And Samastiti. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale and fold.
Inhale, lift the heart. Out to Chaturanga. Finish the exhale.
Inhale, up dog.
And exhale, down dog. Big exhale. Inhale, right foot steps. Warrior one.
Exhale, turn it around. Inhale, up dog.
Exhale, down dog. Big step, left foot. Warrior one. Exhale, taking it back down.
Dog.
And down dog. So also, there's not really going to be a prescribed time on this thing. It's going to take as long as it takes to get through it. I mean, it's not going to be ridiculously long. Well, by YouTube standards of 20-minute yoga practices, yeah, it will be ridiculously long. But it's not going to be ridiculously long by my standards. Big exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands. Ardha. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana.
And Samastiti. I want to do one more of those. Inhale, Utkatasana. Even if this is 5, that's what you would normally do. Exhale and fold.
Inhale, lift the heart. Chaturanga.
Up dog.
Down dog. Big inhale, right foot steps. Warrior one. Exhale down through the vinyasa. Inhale, left foot steps. Warrior one. And back we go. Holding the down dog. Big exhale. Inhale, feet up to the hands. Ardha. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana.
And Samastiti. So now, since you guys know I always tell you to have your feet together in Samastiti, as it is in Ashtanga Yoga, at this point in the practice, they would step or hop their feet apart to hip width. So you're going to do that. And we're going to take Padangusthasana. So, inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold.
Now, in classic Ashtanga, you take the big toes. You can do it however you want. Inhale to Ardha. Exhale and fold. So I don't really get the big toes. I guess you can kind of pull yourself down deeper if that's what you're interested in. I kind of like backs of my legs here, pigeon toeing this in, finding that sort of internal rotation, taking the weight into the balls of the feet a little bit there. So what you're going to do here is you're going to inhale to halfway up. Exhale, take your feet hands under your feet. Inhale to Ardha again, and exhale and fold from there. Now, you could bend your knees here if that's too deep for you to go and just kind of play around with that. You can vary any of this stuff however you want. Good. Exhale, release the feet. Inhale all the way up. And Samastitihi. Okay, so you're going to step your right foot back and bring your feet apart. I'm already here. And we're going to take Trikonasana. Right side. So, pulling the hips back. Out we go. And we're only going to do these things one time. So, we'll hold them for 5 solid breaths here. And it's up to you to play around, from not so deep to deeper or whatever you've got in mind. Good. Inhale up. Now we're just going to pivot. Trikonasana on the other side. So everything's the same as when I teach. We pull the hips back. We get down where we want to be. And we start to work at the back. Heel is the furthest thing behind you, not your little toe. Good. Inhale up. And we'll pivot back to the other side, all the way around. We're going to take Parivrita Trikonasana. So now we got to square these hips way forward, right? Inhale up. Exhale. You know how I do. I just come parallel to the floor, drop my hand down, and then I finish it off from here just by kind of rolling my shoulders under, my upper shoulder back. I'm trying to really flatten my upper body from top to bottom. Good. Inhale up. And we'll take it to the other side. So we're very external right here. So you really got to set this up when you turn to the other side. You got to really make that effort. Bring that right hip around and forward. And out we go. Inhale up. And from here, we're going to turn to the right side. And we're going to take, believe it or not, Parsvakonasana. So set yourself up. How do you want it? Heel to arch, heel further back, whatever you're looking for. In Ashtanga yoga, they would not take a reverse warrior. They would just go straight into the Parsvakonasana. And here we're only going to do this once, so you can go as deep as you want. I'm going to stay here because this knee is not the best knee in the world. Good. Inhale up. And we'll pivot. So I feel so much better. Inhale, reverse if you want or not, and Parsvakonasana. Wow. That knee felt like this knee, and this wrist felt like this wrist. I'd be living a different life right now. Well, I wouldn't be living a different life. I'd be feeling life through a different body perception.
Good. Inhale up. And we turn to the other side. And believe it or not, we're going to do Parivrita, Parsvottanasana. So if you need to come up into the lunge for this one, that's totally okay. Otherwise, you could take the hand to the floor, or you could take it across to here, or down onto the floor. So you can see why this was just sort of like, when Ashtanga came along, it was like, okay, yeah, just do this pose. And a lot of people are going, what? So there was a need to readjust. And that's where a lot of the power yoga and vinyasa flow yoga came from. Like, how much twisting did we do to warm up for this sucker? I guess we did the Parivrita Trikonasana. Good. Inhale up. And we'll pivot it to the other side. Really getting this hip back down here into the neutral. So your choice is floor, across, or wherever you want to go. You can flip it into the high lunge too if this is too gnarly. See, my hip wants to pop off big time here. So my struggle is to keep my spine and my hips really down the center of my mat. Good. Inhale, come on up. Good. Step the feet forward. Samastiti. Let's take a vinyasa here just for the heck of it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Ardha. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog, and hold the down dog. Good. Inhale, feet up to the hands. Ardha. Exhale and fold. Inhale, up we go. And Samastiti. Let's step the feet back, or the right foot back again, taking the feet apart. And this time we're just going to take a nice forward bend. Feet apart. Good. Come on up. Now I'm going to add the horse stance in here just because we need something. I'm going to add a couple of my own things in here along the way too. Just got to have them. Some of them exist in Ashtanga yoga, which is not in that series. There's several series of it where you get to do different things. But good. Come on up. Inhale. Take the hands behind you, fingers interlace. And then the classic here. Forward bending. Arms come over. Now you want to try and get your palms together if you can. Your elbows straight. All that stuff. Good. Inhale, come on up. And now we're going to do this. This is not part of Ashtanga yoga for sure. We're going to take it down here, leg extended. And we'll go to the side. Gotta get this whole hip over. You gotta do this every day. Period. Good. Let's take the side body opener while we're down here because I love that one so much, and it is really part of the typical series of anything back in those days. You know, we used to do that. Even nowadays, not a lot of people do this one, for whatever reason. Good. Come on up. And we'll take it to the other side. Good. Come on up. And now I think we're going to take a little Baddha Konasana here because I kind of know where we're going. Thanks for coming on today, guys. My back's a little tweaked. I was almost not going to do this, but I think what my plan is going to be is I'm going to do on Wednesdays, I'm going to do a live stream for as long as this stuff's going on. And then I'm going to put in other content, you know, taped on content with other type of fitness stuff, as well as some shorter practices because that's what people seem to want. And even though, you know, what am I going to do? You gotta do what you gotta do. So. Good. Come on up from that. Now, at this point, we are going to do Utthita Asta Padangustasana. So you guys know the, well, maybe you don't know the drill. You know, the ultimate version of it looks like this. Looking over the shoulder, whatever you want to do. But if that's too much for you, you could start here. You could use a strap, whatever variation you want to do. So we're going to pick up that toe. Some people say pick it up from this side, see, because now my knee's on the outside, but I don't really care because this is where I'm going to end up. Good, we're going to take it off to the side. Ashtanga, you would look over your shoulder, but I don't really care for that. So back we come. There's no dancing Shiva in this. This is this Ashtanga move. You pull it up, do whatever you're going to do there. And then you hold it out. And release. Other side. Like Buddha's looking over my shoulder. It's about non-attachment. Let it go. None of this matters. Just yama niyama and you'll be okay. Do the work. Take it off to the side. Woo. You notice, I'm going to hold on here. You notice how you see a lot of people do this, and the hip goes like this. You're trying to really keep yourself pretty square here. Bring it back to the front. You got this one, drawing it up, whatever you got. Good, hold it out. And release. All right, so now we're going to do tree here. Or the half lotus thing here, or the forward bend with the half lotus, or the bound up forward bend with the half lotus. There's some choices there, right? So I'm just going to hang here myself. You could be in regular tree, be doing that. You'd be binding it up and taking the forward bend, whatever you want to do there. If you're forward bending, you're going to exhale. Inhale, come on up. And release. Second one, tree pose. Half lotus. You could hang here. You could take the bind, or you could bind and forward bend. Buddha says, don't worry about it. Just do what feels good. Don't be attached to some imaginary outcome or some hoped for outcome. Just do what feels right for you today. If you can figure out what feels right for you, exhale, let it go, inhale, come on up, and release. If you can really have enough self-awareness to be able to understand what you really need, not what you want, not the bright shiny objects, but what you need, and address that need, you are halfway into that realm of understanding the more subtle aspects of reality. Okay. Next, we're going to step it up here, and we're going to take another vinyasa to down dog. Inhale up, exhale and fold. Ardha. Chaturanga, up dog and down dog. Let's just hold the down dog here, catch our breath a little bit. Now the next move we're going to do is to walk or jump through to seated. So that's all up to you. You know, I'm going to attempt it. My wrist is a little sucky, but see what it looks like maybe. My feet hit, so it didn't work so good. But anyway, so you're going to be sitting like this. But I'm going to turn to face you because, well, I play this way too. Okay, so we're going to do the basic Paschimottanasana forward bend. Working our sit bones back, making it feel pretty good. Good. Now we're going to take the Shavasana. Start with the right foot in first. Good. And then we'll change sides. This one I'm actually going to do twice because I wanted to offer the variation on both sides. Good. So we're going to back up now. The variation is you can repeat the Shavasana. You can take this up into the half lotus. You can bind this if you want to. I'm not going to, but you can if you want.
And you could take a forward bend here. Or if this knee is way up here and you're kind of like lost when it comes to lotus land, I would just work my sit bones back and work on getting that knee down with my spine pretty upright here. And don't let this extended foot fall out to the side. Try and keep it more engaged, because now you're kind of keeping things sort of lifting and happening there. So you're either forward bending or bound and forward bending, or just sitting here like this. Good, and we'll take it to the other side. So I'm going to bind it kind of like this. Harder for me on the other side, looks at my knee and my shoulder. I guess, I'm right-handed, all my problems seem to be on this side. Good. Come on out of that. Okay, so now we're going to take a couple of twists. We haven't done twisting, right? So now we're going to get to the twist part. Let's take the right foot over. We're going to do two of them. So, because I just can't do one of some stuff, you need it, right? So, I'm going to start with the regular traditional type of twist. Good, and then we'll go to the other side. I also want to mention too that, like, if you've got problems with the knee or whatever, you can always do these twists with this leg straight. That's totally okay, right? It actually doesn't change really much about the quality of the twist. This does give you a little bit more juice to lift up your lever. I'm always talking about the lever of that arm. And then the hardest full-on version of this is to take this hand down to here and wrap this arm around to your hip crease on that bent leg side. But that's just, that's an attachment, right? All I need is this. Good. Come on out of that. Now, normally I wouldn't do this in old school vinyasa flow because I kind of invented myself. But I'm going to do another twist with my legs stacked into cow face. If this is too much for you for whatever reason, you can just repeat that first twist we did, or if you have another version of the twist, there are many versions of the twist, you can do that. Good. Come out of that. Change sides. Good. Come on out of that. Now, it's about this time in the primary series, or in the sort of, old school vinyasa flow, that we would do both. Now, you can see why people probably think, well, I think you better do both at the beginning and warm the core, but this is the way it was. So here we go. And this has got the classic liftoffs, right? So we're going to start with the boat. Whether it's here, here, or here. So we're going to inhale the right foot over, exhale down, and either your feet on the floor or off the floor. As you inhale, lift off, exhale, come back down, and inhale to boat. I did it on my fists because my wrists are sucky, but you usually would do it on the palms of your hands.
Good. Inhale the left over the right. Exhale down. Inhale, lift off. Exhale back down. And inhale to both. Good. Inhale the right over the left. Exhale down. Inhale, lift off. Or inhale and back to both. Sorry about that. Good. Left over the right. Exhale down. This time you're going to take it back to plank. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Good. And from there, you're going to jump or float it through again to sitting. And we're going to take Baddha Konasana. Good. Now, we're going to take this split leg forward bend here. And you can take that way. There is a more gnarly version of that. It looks like this. But that's not really, it's just up to you. I mean, if it feels good to you, great. If it doesn't, this is just fine right here. Okay. Come on out of that. So you're facing the front of your mat. So you're in the position now. From here, we're going to go to shoulder stand. Now, shoulder stand, it can get a little sketchy on your neck. So what I recommend, because the value is just being upside down. So if you can't, you could try to get all vertical here, but that might be a little hard on your neck. So what I will do is this. I'll put like a little S shape right here and let my weight really come out of my cervical neck and into my shoulders. But I don't want to be like this, right? I want to be kind of stacked up on an axis. So that's why I kind of go like this. I mean, for varying degrees, you can just be a little bit to kind of more, but it's either way, it's okay. And we're going to hold this for a little bit. If you need to readjust, you can. Good. Now we're going to take it back into a plow. Good. Now we're going to work without the plow. Plug the knees into the chest here. And then we're going to come on down. We're going to do our Matsyasana
This is kind of up to you. Yeah, the idea is it's a counter to the plow. The plow, we were folding our hip forward. Matsunasana lets us take our neck back, our head back. I don't like to take weight into my head, my neck. I know what my neck looks like. I've seen it x-rayed and whatnot, and I don't want to put a bunch of load into it. So if this is a counter stretch, counter pose to the shoulder strain. Good. Come on up from that. Now, I think at this point, we're going to do some back bending. So you can take it into bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana, or you can come up into an Ustrasana, or anything you want. Now, this is where we're going to get our little back bends in, because it's just sort of the way this flow would go. Okay, we're going to do headstands after this. Normally, I would want to do back bending after my headstand, but this is kind of the way it went back. Back in the days, it was sort of, the end of the finishing sequence was with the headstands, right? Ashtanga. So just playing with back bend, whatever you want to do, however, whatever place you want to go is fine. So a little bit more, because if you need your back bend, you need your back bend. Good. Now, so finish off your back bends, and we're going to do headstand. So normally you can hold the headstand for about 25 breaths or so. If you don't, you could go to a wall, or if you don't have a headstand, you can play around with something else. Okay. And if you want to play with some leg stuff here, take this into a lotus or something, you can do that. And down we come. Okay. Let your equilibrium come back a little bit there. So now
a typical thing here, if this were kind of more of an Ashtanga-based thing, would be lotuses with liftoffs, but that assumes that everybody can do a lotus, right? So I think we're going to finish this off with the typical sort of lotusy kind of thing that I do in my classes. So go ahead and extend either side, depends on whichever one you feel like starting with, and bring this in for rock the baby a little bit. Good, and we'll change sides. So subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and if you want notifications, you hit that bell thing next to the subscribe. And like the video. If you have any comments about it, whatever, you can put those down there. We're getting close to the end here, so I'll get all that stuff out of the way at a time. I just hope that there's some value to this that can actually be seen by people that are interested. Good. So now we'll take a little half lotusy again, just in case you did this last time. But this will help you get, a little bit deeper. Working that up deeper. If the knee's up, you're working it down. Knee is down, you want to take it forward. You can do the bind again if you want to. Normally this wouldn't be repeated, but it just seems to go well with the spiders and all that stuff that we do here. Good. And then we'll change sides. Good. Go ahead and release that. You can shake it out. So now we're going to go to our lotus or double pigeon. So if you have a lotus, you're going to bring the right foot first. If you're a double pigeon, you're going to bring the right foot on top. If this knee is up in double pigeon, you're just kind of working it down. If you've got the lotus, come here, pull it in, and hang out. And if you want to take it into the spider, you're just going to roll that into the spider. Not just that, just for kicks. There's actually a little thing that if you've got this, you can play with this little mountain pose right here in lotus. Try and balance here. It's kind of interesting. Very difficult, needless to say. All right, change sides. So you're either going to be doing double pigeon with the left foot on top or lotus with the left foot in first. And you can be playing with, like, one of the things I notice is I see people in lotus with their knee up like this. That's kind of not that great. If you have a lotus, it should be pretty lotusy. So you gotta, work on those details. You don't really. I mean, if you're a yoga teacher, yeah, you kind of do. You gotta have some credibility. But if you're practicing, you don't have to be an expert with all that kind of stuff. But if you lost your job and you're going to teach yoga online, you better have a damn good lotus. All righty then. So go ahead, lay down on your back, roll around on your spine. If there's something you want to do, I'm going to give you a minute or so. If there's something you want to do that I didn't do or you feel like doing, go ahead. You know how I have my way of. The sound didn't sound that great last time when I played my song. Maybe this will be better because I got the microphone up a little higher. Maybe I'll bring a stool over here too. or a chair. So you know how I like to play songs for people when they die. One of my Shavasana songs. John Prine, the guy that wrote this song that I played for a long time, passed away. So start to work your way into your Shavasana. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale and let it go. So I changed the words of the song. He sings it from the viewpoint of a woman, which I don't have a problem with that. But I just think that when you're playing music or singing a song, it has to be a story that you can relate to yourself, in my opinion, so that it can have that sort of emotional content or tell the story that how it feels to you. So the words are going to be changed. I might even throw in that sugary chorus at the end, verse at the end. I kind of like that. But anyway. I'm an old man, named after my father. My woman is another child that's grown old. Dreams were lightning, thunder was desire. This house would have burnt down long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster, an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. Believing this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young man, I had me a cowgirl. Not much to look at, just a free rambling guy. That was a long time. Now no matter how I try, these years just roll by like a broken down man. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster, an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Leaving this living is just a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. I'm the kind of person goes to work in the morning, come home in the evening, don't have nothing to say. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Leaving this living is just a hard way to go. every night, all wagging around. Just one thing I ask of you. Just don't tell them that you love me. Make me an angel, rise from a dawn. Make me a poster, rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Leaving this living is just a hard way to go. Begin to deepen your breath. Reach out through your hands and feet. And when you're ready, work your way up into a seated position. Thanks for coming. You guys, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do. Thank you for being here. I hope your practice made you feel better. Close your eyes, feel a moment of gratitude for all of your blessings, most especially your health. No matter what we're going through, when you have your health, everything is possible. I will see you next time. Thank you. Namaste.